Hello Internet, and welcome to my live reaction for Demon's Plan Chapter 5. It's been 2 weeks since the last chapter, but when we last left off, if I recall correctly, Boro is fighting Veronika, and Veronika just told Salvia that her brother was probably dead, because we found out that Salvia became an information broker for her brother, who was part of the Demon's Plan and all that. Now it looks like the Veronika-Boro fight is kicking off for real, so let's, jump right onto that. Enough with the bullshit. Let's do this. Demon versus demon. The battle begins. Process 5. The final man standing will be... And it looks like Boro was about to square off against Veronika, but Salvia, drags him out of the way. What kind of an idiotic thing to say was that? You saw him, didn't you? There's no way he can be a monster like that. Hurry and run while you can. And now we're back to a manga stream page. Take this and get yourself out of here. And he just threw her his backpack. What, you're trying to act cool now? Or do you actually think you have a chance of winning? Not at all. So you're just gonna die a worthless dog's death? This is no joke. You take it and run. And what, spend the rest of my life living in fear of him? From here on, I'm gonna have to fight lots of guys just like that. It's not like I want to, but I've got someone important to me that I want to take back too. And this is something important to the both of us. So I'm going to bring it to him, no matter what it takes. Please, Salvia. And Salvia runs away. So now we have the fight for real. Veronika still has his creepy-ass finger earrings that still creep me out. All done with your goodbyes yet? Yeah, now I can fight you all out. Come at me, let's do this. No, I'd rather think I'll be staying put. It's you who will need to come at me. And, oh yeah, I've already summoned things from his hands. Let me just say, I've assessed the strength of your armor at about a C-. So I think you'll find it rather hard to get close enough to me at all. And Veronika's pulling out a pistol. And Boro's running at him. You've got some great fight to you, but that power of yours is a close-range defensive type, which makes it crystal clear what I need to do to deal with you. I'll rain down on you, little Boro. It was a fucking machine gun. From long range until that armor of yours is nothing more than a shredded tin can. Feast your eyes upon this wonderful prize of my collection. A De La Marque Elizabeth 33. It can fire 32 rounds a second, as your body will soon know all too well. And he just fires at Boro. And Boro's all cut up, but he's barely blocking. Crap! And Boro runs the fuck away. Haha, well, let me hear your thoughts. You don't seem so confident now, do ya? This is bad. It's chiseling away at my red armor. I've got to try to take cover somewhere for now. And Veronika just throws a bunch of grenades. Tisk tisk, that's out of bounds. Come back this way, little Boro. And the alleyway just blows up. And Boro looks pretty injured. Alright then, I may have emptied out my stock in one arm, but it'll have been a total bargain once I replenish it with your red armor. Why are you smiling? Wait, is that Veronika talking? No, I think that's Boro talking. Okay, that makes more sense. This does not look like Boro smiling. Why are you smiling? You're a human, just like me. You should hate having to fight to kill one another like this, don't you? You didn't really want to become a demon at all, did you? Wait, is he gonna talk no jutsu his way out of the series? How disappointing. Excuse me. I just had lunch and also I'm a little bit, whatever. That reaction, it's like you're a total noob amateur. Now I get it. You've never killed anyone with that power of yours, have you, little Boro? What a waste. Even after I went to the trouble of trying to stick those thugs on you earlier, I was really surprised to find you let them all run off without doing anything to them. Wait, Veronika sent the thugs? Then it was you? Yep, but it's alright. I made sure to kill every last one of them. You killed them? Of course I did. For us demons, it's either kill or be killed. Boro, you probably still don't know this yet, but there are places in this world that only demons are able to enter. There's still so much that you lack, little Boro. Even with all that fight in you earlier, I don't think you could actually kill someone at all. If you think I'm full of it, then go on and try killing someone. I know. How about that girl from earlier? You probably won't be able to go through with it if she looks you in the eye. So come up behind her and give her all you got with that red armor. Enough! Boro, you seem to forget that Boro is a Shonen Jump protagonist, so he's not going to kill people for fun. I know well enough what a complete piece of shit you are now. We're not going to come to any understanding. Oh, now you're looking better. That's the spirit. But it's still not enough. Wait, he's got another machine gun? Oh, right, because he only used up one arm. Anyways, with your body in that shape, it's all you can do to stand, isn't it? And he's still blocking stuff with the red armor. See? Even if you get stronger, it's just going to be a repeat of what just happened. I'll keep chipping and chiseling away at you while you stand there unable to do a thing. Whoops. And he's like, there's a lot of smoke clearing. Whoops, don't tell me I killed him already. And Boro is still standing. Huh? Wait a second. All the broken parts of his armor are gone. It looks like a completely different form than before. It's almost like it got an entire size larger. Kind of does look different, actually. Like, there's a lot more, like, I feel like his last red armor was a little bit more, like, loose. Like, just, like covering his arm. This looks like a full, like, armor set, I guess. The armor's still unfinished, incomplete. Does this mean that it's still in the middle of developing? I see. The red armor is created from your own blood. Therefore, when it's actually... Oh, right, this is Patron showing up, commenting on the fight. From your own blood. Therefore, when he's actually bleeding, the more he bleeds out, the stronger it gets. And all the more fitting power for the protectionist. Wait, so does Patron not know the abilities of all the demon's plans? No problem. I'll just change out the bullets. What do you think of these? And he tries shooting at Boro some more. And he pulls a rocket launcher out of his chest. Let's see what you make of this. This missile is one of my most prized pieces. Anti-tank artillery is nothing compared to this. Wait, do they have tanks in this world? I thought this world was a little bit more medieval than that. But I guess the guy with guns is not exactly medieval. There's this huge explosion in the town. And Salvia's like, what the? Whoa, what's happening? Run for it! Such power. There's no way he's... And she thinks back to Boro. Wait, oh, she's running towards the explosion. So I'm going to bring it to him, no matter what it takes. Boro! And then I just sees Veronika. No way, he... Ha ha ha! That was an A- missile. There's no way anyone could survive a blast from that. Absolutely no way. Well, he's bleeding from his mouth, and he just falls over. And Boro rises. In the center of the blast, the only one left standing is Boro. Okay. I'm not entirely sure how Boro... I imagine the blast caught Veronika too. Because that's the only way... The best chapter... It was a pretty good chapter. Yeah, I jumped a little bit into my review. So... It was a pretty good chapter. The fight was really intense. But the end... The only way the end makes really any sense to me is if Veronika was also caught in the blast, and Boro's protectionist, like, guarded him from it, but Veronika didn't have that, so he, died. Or maybe he's not dead yet. I don't know. We'll find out next week. Anyway, I'm still really liking this series. One of my favorites to I want to say hard to say what my favorite series to review is. I love them all so much. But this is still a really fun series. It was a really fun fight. Just, like, Veronica's so, like... I love those lines. Like, getting to read them on the video. I don't know. I feel like I enjoy this more than today's Boruto chapter, which is really weird. Because I expected to be enjoying Boruto more, now that we're finally getting the end of the Momoshiki fight in that series. But this was... I feel like this was actually a little bit better. At least a lot more fun. So, yeah, it was just a fun chapter. It was a fun fight chapter. Boro got a lot of badass lines. Veronika got a lot of badass "you can't beat me" lines. But then, Boro won in the end because it's chapter 5 of the shonen manga, and Boro is technically the protagonist, so he's not going to die yet. And he still has to find Carlos. So, we'll see next week if Veronika is actually dead, or if he'll come back later on. He seems like too intricate a character design to be excuse me. Too intricate a character design to be just like some throwaway character. So we'll see what comes from him. We'll see what comes from next week with Boro and Salvia. If they're going to team up, which I kind of imagine happening, Salvia look for her brother and Boro look for Carlos. Do we know? No. I would say, like, could Salvia be could Carlos be Salvia's brother? But, like, she knew that her brother was part of the demon's plan, and that was from, like, a long time ago, so I don't think it. So no, she's not going to be Carlos' sister. So we'll see where fate takes our heroes in Chapter 6, which will be this time next week, probably. or maybe it might be 2 weeks. I think this issue is also a double issue, 4 and 5, which means we might be off again next week, which would be annoying. But whatever, we'll take it. So I hope you enjoyed this chapter. I enjoyed it a lot. I hope you enjoyed the video too, because I enjoyed that as well. So like if you want to, comment if you have anything you want to say, subscribe. Also, I mentioned this on Boruto and Fairy Tail, but again, people who watch Demon's Plan might not watch those two series. So, I'll say it again, I'm thinking about doing a top 10 video of 2016 anime for the channel. So comment if you would like to see that, if you wouldn't like to see it for whatever reason. And as always, guys, keep kicking ass, and I'll see you in the future. Bye.